character get this far in bracket? Wait a minute, hold up.
Taking a minute to consider where he is.
Yeah, I mean, this character obviously has limitations with the recovery, but Peanut making utilization of all the other tools that Little Mac has, right? You have the auto guard on the tilt attacks. You obviously have the armor as well, and canceling with that neutral beat, kind of switching up the landings. And look at this, almost an even start here.
I mean, don't get it twisted. This character has more than a couple tools to make your opponents rage quite a bit. KO punch on ledge, rising KO punch from edge. Do it, Peanut. Solid damage right there. Not quite going to claim the stock. The aerial version significantly weaker than the grounded one. I
actually like that from Peanut because there's so much situations where you just get it knocked out of you, right? So it's like, I feel like some of the other Little Macs are just like, they tunnel so hard. I'm like, oh, I have to get this KO punch and kill you at 40%. Haha, I'm Little Mac, right? But right there, Peanut just like, hey, I'm going to get out of this advantage, and then I'm also going to get some good damage out of it.
But now the side B is used. Any tap here will do it, but the up B going to allow Peanut another opportunity to play center stage. Immediately sent all the way across stage, and that's Peanut. Yeah. That turn up was enough to end Peanut's stock, and that's so disappointing. In this matchup, it feels like this is going to be one heck of a tool for MuteAce.
Yeah. And I mean, that side B is so great off stage for Peanut, but you don't get it refreshed. The directional air dodge barely saving Peanut there, because there's other characters like Diddy Kong. You hit them out of side B, they get the side B refreshed, but no, not for Little Mac. But the forward tilt there is going to go ahead and get the stock. 73%, but the KO punch is almost online here for Peanut.
And this is what Peanut is so good at doing. He'll use his movement to open you up. He won't actually commit to anything. He'll dash in, dash out, and the second that he sees you try to jump or he tries to see you roll away, he is in your face ready to throw hands.
Yeah, and Little Mac has a fantastic walk as well as a dash here. And the reverse side of the up tilt, confirming into the KO punch. You gotta watch it, especially at these lower percent. Down tilt, up tilt, all gonna be set up for that KO punch.
I mean, it looks like he's been working the speed bag right here because Peanut is playing so quickly. Already trying to get the jab reset on the platform. You know he's feeling himself right now.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing about Little Mac is your aerial definitely can use the jab block and the up smash. A two-stock here on MuteAce.
This is looking so good for MDBA's Little Mac hero. The question now becomes, this is a character you don't see too frequently. This is a playstyle you don't see too frequently. Is MuteAce going to have the adaptation and swing the lever firmly in his position now?
Yeah, and I mean, Peach doesn't have the greatest mobility, so MuteAce does have the Palutena available as well. I mean, Peach obviously going to have some great offstage presence with the float, right? But it might be a good switch here. I know MuteAce is thinking about it. We're going to see the stage bands coming through. But yeah, I mean, the big part, the big pivotal part here was this KO punch on the reverse end there, getting the KO at 30%. So huge deal. And then, I mean, honestly, this stock, man, Peanut just played extremely well. Look at that, the fastball into the immediate up smash. If MuteAce was caught mashing there, it did not matter. You got the armor to back yourself up.
He's just so quick at covering landings. Meanwhile, Peach is very, very slow when you don't have that Peach bomber on deck.
Right.
So great option right there from Peanut so far, but MuteAce now with a chance to respond. What is the counterpunch going to be?
All right, so looks like we are going to small battlefield. That is the pick here. Again, see if MuteAce can make some adaptations. I mean, the big one is don't get KO punch, right, at 30%.
Exactly.
That's going to be the big one, but it's harder than it looks, especially in tournament. There's a lot of pressure on the line, right? A lot of nerves are going to kick in.
I mean, dying at 30, usually a great way to go ahead and lose the game, but this is another way to do phenomenal in this matchup is if you go ahead and have a turn up pulled off stage, it just becomes so difficult. Peanut has to use his wiles, has to use his counter, and then has to immediately make sure he doesn't get snuffed out of that side B.
Oh, again, trying to go for the deep edge guard here. And I mean, against Little Mac, the risk reward is so high in your favor. When you go off stage, I mean, most characters can put a lot of damage onto Little Mac. If not a lot of damage, take the stock. So usually it's going to be in your favor. Wow, up air to up B, almost taking the stock there off the platform extension.
Can't get the two frame with the down smash though for Peanut, and then MuteAce has the reversal. Now it's Peanut pinned to the corner, but rolls away twice, and MuteAce unwilling to leave that shield. KO punch online. I would not be surprised if we see Peanut try to keep it though.
Yeah, I think in this situation, even like MuteAce will take the KO punch, right? Like if you use the KO punch to take this stock, that's not that big of a deal. Now, if Little Mac is able to take this stock and then take your second stock with KO punch, that's the worst case scenario, right?
I also like what MuteAce does disengaging with the KO punches on deck, because there is a moment in time when the KO punch can't be knocked out of Mac. He's got a couple seconds of where he will keep it stored as soon as he gets it. So back off, allow that timer to tick down, and then re-engage. Now it's safe.
And MuteAce utilizing this back air, and just like that, I don't even think Little Mac can make it back here. Wow, beautiful stuff. Actually using the rising aerial to cover the turnip. Really good stuff, but it's not going to be enough. Rinse and repeat here for MuteAce. 3 stocks online, and Peanut not able to get a single one just yet.
So we saw MuteAce mess up 1 edge guard attempt in game 1, and apparently the answer was never mess up again. The second he's off stage, Little Mac must die.
Right, and even for MuteAce, oh, okay, going to get the drift back there. Playing around the KO punch as well. You have float, right? I mean, you essentially have a tool to not interact with Little Mac. I mean, there is that anti-air part of the KO punch, so it can reach pretty high. But still, MuteAce played the KO punch out really well, and playing these offstage situations, very hyper-aggressive right now.
And this back air has been such a good tool for MuteAce, so typically safe to spam against Little Mac. Yeah, that was an odd one. He must have let go of smash attack. Yeah.
You're so brave. Little Mac charging a smash attack, and there's the neutral air, and you're not able to make it back after that one. KO punch gonna go down with the stock there, and it is 1-1 here, MuteAce versus Peanut.
And the difference between game 1 and 2 was like night and day. Peanut showed us that he can put on a show when he's got some momentum, but MuteAce was the stopper right there. You can go ahead and run around the stage as much as you want. MuteAce was playing around those platforms perfectly, not putting himself in any kind of position that Peanut could swing from.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even with the movement, when we don't see too much threat coming out from Peanut onto these rising platforms. I mean, we did see like up air into up B confirm, which is very interesting. I didn't even know Little Mac could do that. So really cool stuff coming out from Peanut. And you're going to see a lot of this advanced Little Mac stuff because, I mean, there's not too many Little Macs that go this far in tournament, right? Peanut is kind of that sole survivor at this part of the bracket when it comes to Little Mac.
And he had a couple upsets to get here. He upset Jazzo and Captain Cito in bracket already. So Peanut already making a name for himself here at SmashCon, looking to continue his run on the winner's side. Yeah,
it's very impressive what Peanut can do with this character here. Just gonna go jump up and over here. It's gonna not get hit by the counter. MuteAce with a beautiful punish here, already 60%. At MuteAce, we got to talk about making these great adaptations. Like you said, I mean, it's hard to get Little Mac experience to this level, right? So you really got to adapt on the fly here. And going to throw the turnip down, but beautiful drip back coming out from Peanut.
And then he immediately fired off that up tilt, trying to get, again, the reverse hit of the up tilt into the KO punch. But instead, MuteAce catching him for that greedy option and applying a ton of damage.
Okay, back on stage here. As long as you're on stage as Little Mac, there is a chance. Going to go ahead and space that side B, going up and over and actually going deep. But jump into the side B again. Great recoveries coming out from Peanut.
The height of this float has been perfect. Peanut has been swinging a couple times directly underneath MuteAce. He just can't reach him.
Oh, yep. Again, Peanut, fantastic recovery. 162%. That is so hard to do as Little Mac, and not even getting edge guarded, just the back air center stage is going to be enough. Again, phenomenal recovery, but it doesn't matter versus MuteAce. The back airs kept on coming.
It's a little bit endemic for Peach too. Like, this is a character that if you want to get the kills early, you have to either get a strong combo or you have to commit to something. And MuteAce recognized that the second that I throw out something that's long lasting, Peanut's gonna pop me one. I don't want that.
Okay, here's the up tilt. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and roll away, disengage. So many situations here for Mute where, oh, maybe I could punish something, maybe I can't. You're just gonna go roll away, create the situation where you're floating above Little Mac or spacing out with these back airs or forward airs.
We've seen it a couple times already where like Peanut tries to go ahead and get a dash attack or a side B or anything like that, and every single time MuteAce is ready with a float toward the shield. And this ironclad defense is throwing Peanut for loops right here. Does manage to get the up B, to come back on stage, KO punch on deck, but MuteAce is like, all right, I'm gonna be on the platform here, catch me in a minute.
Yeah, and right now, okay, does get a neutral air here, forcing these interactions, but eventually MuteAce is gonna go ahead and wipe that KO punch clean off the board here. Here's the neutral air, and here's the shield pressure coming out from Peach. Talk about Little Mac shield pressure. Well, Peach, that flow cancel bear got something to say.
Low cancel fair right there, actually doing a good job of just landing with that aerial and then immediately forcing Peanut. But this side B, he started to use that more and more. It's the side B the second that he sees MuteAce trying to get a float going at edge.
Yeah. Ooh, try to get the jab by the edge, and immediately MuteAce with the reaction, just immediate get up attack. But the up B out of shield is going to do the trick here for Peanut. Man, you don't have that much control over the DI. That move is a great move for the KO there.
And now we're in this point where Peanut at high percentage, forced to recover low. MuteAce wants the edge trap, immediate fresh back air, and that is more than enough to claim the stock.
Yeah, and I like how, you know, right there, MuteAce kind of showing the float near the normal getup and then immediately dash back float. Are you going to go for the roll? Yes, you are. Hit the check mark, hit the back air, and that's another stock here for MuteAce.
MuteAce trying to just float and bait Peanut to commit to something here. Does manage to land the forward air, but dash attack in the back air. This could be a big string here from MuteAce. Doesn't get the tech read, so instead Peanut able to answer back.
And MuteAce isn't even relying on these crazy combos or anything. MuteAce, a proud member of Team Fundies, just outfunding Peanut here and just doing such a great job with the float mix-ups. And we're seeing different float heights as well. We're seeing some to the ground, some at short hop, some at full hop, pulling up these turnips and just avoiding some of these hits. Oh man, almost gonna catch that up B there. Not gonna pull the trigger on anything though.
In the game of Fundies versus Jank, so far it looks like MuteAce has the advantage, as Peanut hasn't really been able to land any of those KO punches or long strings, or those early kills. Instead,
wow, you can't make it back out of that?
Are you actually dead from that? Wow. So this is the perfect position for Peanut. He's got the KO punch and a dream, and now the dream's gone perhaps.
And there's the dream getting swatted away by the neutral and the turn up. Can you make it back? Absolutely not. Very, very close though. That was even game. That wasn't even game.
100%.
On the respawn,
I have seen him actually get like at 0%, like forward tilt into a down tilt, get at the tech situation, then immediately kill with a KO punch.
Yeah.
It is such an easy option when you get them into a tech chase situation, given how fast Max Dash is.
Yeah. For a moment, it was last stock, last hit.
Just a moment.
And then after the Nair, it's like, okay, it's not last stock, last hit.
Yeah, we're good now. You can take a little moment to exhale. And then again, just the coverage at ledge here. This back air is so good from that float. You can DI in or out to make sure that you cover standard get up attack, or roll. The turnip comes out one more time and just tossing it directly in front of Peanut, so he doesn't even have the opportunity to drip into it and then reset his up B. Really
good stuff coming out from MuteAce. We're seeing the neutral really come through, not getting hit by any KO punches and able to capitalize off stage with the turnips. Let's see, we're going to go into the music selection here. You got to get yourself pumped up in tournament, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You got to pump yourself up.
The question is, who's actually using game audio here? One of them has to be using game audio for this.
True.
Because otherwise, like, are you just picking the music for us to hear? Okay, I can dig it.
Thanks, man.
As long as it isn't like, I've had a few people do that where they're both listening to like just their own soundtracks and they just pick environmental noises just to like tilt the crowd. It's like, you are just a bad person, aren't you?
Dang, man. So, hey, whatever it takes out here. All right, so same characters, of course, but Battlefield here. And this is so interesting. I've actually seen Little Mac players from Smash 4 counterpick this stage. And you would think like platform equal bad for Little Mac, but I guess not the case for a lot of Little Mac players.
Yep, Peanut likes to be able to go ahead and up B to the top platform, as well as use that neutral B to get the armor from the charging fist and then immediately land on platform and roll away.
Nice.
So it gives him another disjoint, or excuse me, another tool out of disadvantage to ensure that he can land efficiently.
Okay, with the high recovery, going to take a little bit of damage, but the KO punch is online, and the reverse side of the up tilt. Now, Peanut with the lead here, utilizing these platforms in this counter pick, working wonders for him right now.
And just trying to stay under center stage and use that up tilt and up B to apply great vertical pressure. Attempting to intercept with that force smack instead, the turn up will do.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you hit Little Mac so far out like that, it forces Little Mac to immediately side B there. So because of that, MuteAce just going to go ahead and abuse the fact that you can just go ahead and throw the turn up there. Is that your double jump? And that is the side B as well. Didn't even matter at that point, but the crown was swinging there for MuteAce.
Showing why she's the princess soon-to-be queen, perhaps, but right there, just immediately answering back off of the Angel platform, stealing that stock from Peanut. It felt like he was starting this game off with a ton of momentum, only for MuteAce to say, nah, watch what I can do, my friend.
Yeah, just back-to-back stocks coming out from MuteAce. Amazing stuff here. Going to up B to the ledge here, throwing out some single jabs, and yeah, MuteAce just not giving anything to react to here for Peanut. No air dodge, nothing.
Good forward smash for solid damage here. So this is at a point where you have to start worrying about things like up smash and up B covering landings. Gets the aerial, but can't drag him up onto the platform.
Yeah, if that actually got MuteAce onto the platform and maybe we saw like an up B that high up on the platform, that could have been currents here. Still on stage. And the KO punch is online. Ideally for Peanut, you want to get this stock soon, but right now, so hard to open up MuteAce. Here's the KO punch. There's the up tilt into the up B. This is last stock, last hit right now.
Exactly, and only one of these characters is at last hit potentially. Got to throw Peanut off stage before he's at risk. And look at that, using the platforms to stall it out. And now MuteAce like, all right, disengage. No more. I pressed my advantage when I was invulnerable. Now that you can actually hit me back, well, maybe I need a minute.
Do not take a risk here. It is not worth it. And MuteAce definitely knowing that. Going to go ahead and utilize this float, utilize these platforms, but you got to be careful. Can't get hit by the turnip pull. Here's the up B immediately falling back down to the center stage here, but here's the downer. Bomb defused.
Exactly. But, I mean, Peanut might have another shot if there's another up B, though. Solid damage here. Gets a down tilt into the side B. And now, at this percentage at ledge, I don't think we're quite at kill percent, but Peanut can certainly apply a ton of pressure.
I mean, look at this damage already. Oh, the side B almost connecting. You're putting yourself off stage. No counter, no Toad coming out from MuteAce. Beautiful directional air dodge onto the platform. Peanut staying alive.
And now just has to actually get down. MuteAce occupying the center stage, triple jab on shield, and the dash attack forcing Peanut high. How does he actually land the charge of the neutral B, relying on that armor to sort of blow, and then the uppercut not gonna do it though. MuteAce impeccable DI. Yeah,
the angled up forward smash there, gonna send at that angle the counter. Are you gonna be able to get the tech too far away? No, the directional air dodge. Wow, the KO punch is online, but the reverse there is able to take it, and such a close set. MuteAce able to close it out, but down to the wire here.
I mean, Peanut put on a show for all of us, but MuteAce unperturbed by that last minute pressure situation. Got KO punched in game 1 and then never again.
Yeah, it was maybe another time, I'm not too sure, 1-2, but nonetheless, the recoveries coming out from Peanut, even just such a highly competitive set coming out from both these players, man. Shout out to Peanut, such a hard thing to do with a character like Little Mac, and even for MuteAce, can be a difficult thing to do when you don't have too much experience, right? So we really got to see